going to be painting this Lexus black. We prepped it yesterday. Now what I'm going to do, pretty important, is I'm going to go over the whole thing with a wet rag, just water. The main reason I'm doing this is because wax and grease remover does not get things like fingerprints, water spots, smudges. So don't get any of that off. You would think it should, but it don't. So a really good habit to keep you from having any type of fisheye issues is just go ahead and, I'm trying to video this at the same time, so it's very difficult. Go ahead and wipe the whole thing down. I mean, you can see, we sanded this real nice, 400, then 600, scuffed it. Then we want to wipe it down. This is very, very important. Get a little more water over here. These rags are temperamental. One side slides across the panel with ease, and the other side does not. So you just gotta figure out which side's which and get it done. Alright, almost done here. See some of these water spots? See that? I was hoping I'd find something I could show you. They don't come off with wax and grease. They will come off with water. Got him over there cutting and buffing. I'm going to turn the heater on here for my heat lamps. Alright, still drying off with the water. At this point, I mean, you let the water dry, it don't matter. Go ahead and start using Prep solvent, waxing, also known as wax and grease remover, or any other weird name you want to call it. Prepsol, whoa, that came out in a hurry. They all have different names, it's the same stuff. Alright, I'm going to do this with my right hand now. Oh, my left arm, my left shoulder has problems. Okay, make sure we got the rag the right direction. Main thing we want to do here is all these jams. This is one of the most important parts of every paint job. The corners and the jams. Because it's going to fail, that's where it's going to fail. That's why I don't take like taillights off. I like to go at the seam. I don't want to go around the edge. If it's going to fail, let it fail in here, you know? It'll take years to get that far, which it shouldn't, but, and it won't be exposed to any things that can make it fail, like UV rays or salt. I mean, it's a lot harder for it to get behind the tail light, so the edge ain't gonna fail. If it fails, it'll have to be from the center outwards, and that ain't gonna happen. Not with our products. We use Pro Spray. I think it comes from the United Kingdom. It's pretty cool. Sorry about that. My camera got full. The storage. I had to delete a bunch of stuff. Alright. Let me just let this dry it up. Well, that's the right button. Alright. Clean this real good. These are new doors. I've already jammed them in. Put them on. He had to fix the B-pillar in there, which was a pretty big job. We had to do the whole inside jam of this. I was going to take a video, but I was too lazy and didn't feel like it. What is that? So this is pretty important. Running stuff like this ain't good. I'm going to have to go back and sand that. Had some gooey stuff that got sanded over. That's why it's important to clean, clean, clean. You can never prep too much. There's no such thing as too much paint prep. They say it's 90% of the job. I disagree. I'd say 75%. If you don't know how to paint, it don't matter how good you prep it. Good painters make painting look easy. It is not. All we are professional chemical sprayers, and that's what I consider myself. I'm going to turn on the booth, and I'm going to blow off everything and let you watch. I use one hand to blow and the other hand to rub the panel. My hands are very clean, very clean. Let me emphasize, they better be spotless clean. Dry it out, horrible, but clean if you're going to touch it with your hand. I touch it with my hand because it helps me feel fine dust particles like pollen that sometimes the blower just don't get off. I mean, yeah, I'm going to tack it, but I want to make sure it's completely 100% clean before I...
important step, make sure y'all can still see me, is to get a new tack rag. I can't use that old one because this is black. That has pearls, metallics, everything on it. I have to get a new one. This will ensure no cross-contamination. Trust me, on blacks, it'll happen in the blink of an eye. One other thing I'm going to do, hope you can hear me, is I'm going to use my clear gun. I always use my clear coat gun, which is only used for clear coat, right? I'm going to use my clear coat gun to lay down the black. That way I know for a fact it's impossible. Uh-oh, got something on here. The way I know it's impossible is any cross-contamination. If somebody says, there's some sort of pearl or something in my job or in my paint, I mean, there's a lot of vehicles that are painted beforehand that I can't control that. If it was just a blend panel, I don't spray the whole panel. That's just a waste of product. And if I don't know that it already had a problem, I can't fix it. But if I know it has a problem, I'll fix it. So, one thing I started doing, you don't have to, is I do a half coat over the whole panel, kind of a insurance that if it has been painted, well, it'll cover it up. Most blacks you don't even get a blend panel. You're lucky if you get a blend panel on black like this. This is a high-end car, so need to make sure 100% it matches. And since these panels are so straight, and we did a good job not burning through the E-coat, I'm not going to seal the whole thing. I'm only going to seal when we burn it through. Very, very lightly. I think you're out there laughing at me talking in here. Alright, I'm going to go make some sealer. One thing I want to show you is how far out I have my trigger on my SataJet. This is a 4000B RP 1.3 tip. You see back here, I have it all the way in, no trigger. See the angle? I am 1 3/4 turns out from this. So, well, that would be a quarter, I guess. Or, yeah, that's 3/4. So, no, that's a quarter. Anyways, I'm going to turn it out there. So that's almost a half, 3/4 of a half. I don't know what that would be. I'm confusing myself. Anyways, so starting there, say if it starts there, just put it to here. Now you're going to go out 1 1/2. So half, 1, 1 1/2. Tighten down the thing, and that's my trigger. I do not keep a full trigger. You can move a little slower and it'll spray really wet. And on these RPs, it helps atomize it so much better. If you have a full trigger, these guns really don't atomize that great. And I'm running the big high flow fittings, which is sometimes considered counterintuitive on these, but these are also high flow, so that's why they're expensive. Alright, I'm about to spray the sealer, but one thing you need to notice, you don't always have to spray everything wet. Oh yeah, forgot. I also use a wide open fan. That's closed, that's wide open. That's wide open, and I spray, I spray at 27 PSI. No clue what that is with the cap. I used to know, I don't hear anymore. I'm just gonna lightly dust all these bare metal spots, and I mean dust, just enough. I don't need to lay it wet. There's no reason to lay any of this wet. Even though I don't use a full trigger, like just then, I only used a half trigger of how I had it set up. I triggered it in and out because I wanted it to atomize better, because this is a thicker product since it's sealer, and I wanted less material. So there you have it. This is my Iwata Supernova. It's my clear coat gun. It's got the 19 PSI cap on it, 1.3 tip. A little dirty for the wear, but all I use it for is clear coat and black. So, no cross contamination. I'm gonna tack this off real quick. This is a wet on wet sealer, so you gotta be pretty quick getting back on it. Otherwise it'll try to cook up on you. But as you can see, it's only been since I walked back in to turn the camera back on. It's only been that long, and I'm able to tack over it. You kind of hear a little bit of that dry spray. I keep running out of storage on my phone. I have a lot of stuff on there. Something bad going on here. Something, maybe paint dried in the cap of this, because I painted it a while back. It just spits some balls out that we don't need. It looks like trash. It's not. I'm gonna have to stop, not continue, replace the cap, and either tack that down, see if they come out, or do a light sanding real quick. That's just part of painting. You gotta fix stuff as it goes. I have my camera set up here, but I guess I'm gonna have to undo it so I can show you. Let's see if I can see it. All right, you see them? There they are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sand that. That's nasty. Be using 1,000 grit wet sandpaper. Ball it up. Get it nice and rough. Now we're gonna get it wet. Do a quick little wet snap. This should come out no problem real quick. I'm gonna do a circle sand pattern since I balled the paper up. Even if it don't get all of it out, it'll knock the top off of it. It just stinks. This happened on my blend mill. But we're here to learn. So the only way to learn is to mess up and fix those mistakes. It's all about how fast you can fix your mistakes. It's the difference between somebody who sprays paint and a painter. Is knowing when to stop, knowing when to go, to adjust on the fly within seconds, milliseconds. It's the difference between an all-day redo and a quick sand and shoot. Cup, I strained it. Sometimes that just happens. Have my mask on, gloves, etc. I'm gonna go get all that right now. But for the sake of the video, it's just much easier to show you this without all that on. I'm gonna put it on now. because these chemicals are dangerous. You don't need to be constantly breathing them in. I'm in a good, well-ventilated booth. As you can see, it sucks all the overspray out really fast. So that's why I felt comfortable not wearing stuff for the purpose of training of this video. I think I'm going to let you see this in real time, this flash off, and see what it should look like before you put a tack wrap to it. Because right now you would make an absolute mess. I'm going to go get dressed while it's doing that. I sanded the trash out. Since this is a solid color, I can get away with that. Any other color, it's much more difficult. So we're just gonna talk about black. On this black, I was able to nib out all that trash. We're in the middle of a nice day that's not raining. After about a week of rain, and pollen is in the air really bad. And I guarantee you all that trash was pollen. Spring is the hardest time of the year to paint, no matter where you're at. Even in the best of the best garment downdraft booths I've been in, pollen is still a big issue and will just completely devastate a paint job. And you will have to cut and buff it, there's no doubt. But at least there's not trash under the clear. Now we just have a base coat. What I did is, after I sanded that, I did not burn through anywhere. This is what I was going to tell you. Since I didn't burn through anywhere, I just did a drop coat. There's no need to get it super wet again, try to fill any scratches. A drop coat is perfectly fine. I was using 1000 grit. It'll fill that and have no issues. And a drop coat won't allow dirt to adhere like a wet coat does. And a drop coat is just backing your pressure down, backing your gun away, and doing a really nice even pass that's medium wet that you can tack off, and if dirt or pollen landed in it, the pollen will come off of it. You won't have to sand it. It should be in real time. I'm gonna show y'all guys something. Once again, this is just what happens. Here, I'll give you a view. This is right out of the gun, but something more than likely, since this is a 2018 model, something blew out of the jam right here, and you can see, hold on, it landed right in the center. It's hard to focus in on it. It's right in the center, caused one heck of a fisheye. I'm not gonna touch that right now. See, I'll ruin it. I'll ruin the whole thing if I try to touch or dab that right now. Before the day's over, this is the weekend. This is gonna sit over the weekend before it gets cut and buffed. Before the day's over, I will dab that with some clear coat, or if it needs some paint in it, I might put a dot of black on it and then put a dab of clear coat. So Monday, all we gotta do is cut it down just like a piece of trash and buff it, and you'll never know it was there. Hope y'all enjoyed this.